almost everyone is missing this exact bounce and they will regret it for the rest of the cycle. Monitor I shared just 2 days ago just pumped 5.5x. You could have put 1,000 and be sitting at 5.5k today doing absolutely nothing. And right now I'm seeing the next 340x. I'm sharing 9 explosive memes that are sitting at dangerously key levels. I've entered 2 new positions personally that I think will do extremely well. Some of these charts are showing unbelievably strong setups and they're primed to pump at any second. You see it already, you missed one show and you missed tons of profits. Make sure you put that bell notification on. Whoever is first takes all the money. Stick around for the final charts. Maybe there's another 5.5x here. Who knows? No time to waste. Press that like button. Let's get on to these charts. 1, 2, 3. Bam. Hello my friends, starting with the 340x Dupe, okay? If you see how I charted my fib lines, the top fib line extension puts Dupe at 336 million market cap as its highest potential. Now let's zoom in on the chart. I actually grabbed an extra 5k of Dupe here on my Padre, and Dupe bounced quite nicely yesterday. Look at this 12-hour candle, and it's now retracing half of the candle, which is completely normal. We saw also in this candle the fact that Dupe actually wanted to go, but it just, we need to get rid of all these sellers. We need to rinse all of them out. Once they're all out, I think this thing is primed for explosion. The first stop I think is going to be 50 million, but I might not take any profits at 50 million. It's essentially from here a bit more than a 2x. And then I think the next stop is all-time highs. After all-time highs, we go straight to that 1.6 fib line extension that I charted here, which is my take profit. I've already set my take profit. This is one of the good things about Padre. You can come here on sell, market, take profit, and you can define wherever you want to take your profit. And this is my take profit. It's already set. And my take profit is essentially at this, very close to this fib extension line, which I think is a good top level at 130 million market cap. So here's what I'm betting on when it comes to this trade. Very simple. Escalation ends in the next week and a half. And then what are the charts that are going to pump the hardest? I think Dupe is set up to be one of those that pumps the absolute hardest. And so because of that, I've taken my trade here. Now on to the next, we have Monitor. Now Monitor, I also put some trend fib line extensions. It's looking very good. One of the best looking. We entered here at this blue circle around 600, 700k market cap. It basically pumped to 3 million, back to 1 million, then to 2.6, then back to 1.5 million, and it's still at 1.7 million. It's looking very good, and I think a good top signal for Monitor, especially this is a good like war hedge if things keep escalating, is the 1.6 fib line extension that I charted and is at 6.2 million market cap. And I think this would be a good exit for our Monitor. Then we have Labo. Labo is coming to our entry. The entry is at 25 million market cap, which if we look at the chart is where we had previous support here, then turned into resistance. I think the price is going to go down here. It could even go as deep as something like 20 million market cap, 21 million market cap. This is where I would stack my limit orders. So you can go on the link here. There's the Padre link down below, and you can start stacking your limit orders. And I do think Labo was going to go there. Everyone was saying, oh, it's not going to go there. It's not going to dump. Yeah, we are getting the retrace because, you know, of everything that's happening globally. On to the next, we have Klette. Klette I also entered. I'm looking for a bit of a shorter trade here on Klette, just doubling my money. I'm still up just slightly because I entered like a pico bottom on Klette yesterday. As you saw on the show, I entered with, I think, 2.5k. It pumped quite nicely. It went to 25 million market cap, but there's still a lot of sell resistance. There's tons of fear. And what's going to happen is quite basically once this fear goes away and people actually understand that the market can go higher, let's say things de-escalate in the Middle East, these charts are going to explode, and they're going to explode extremely fast. So I'm still bullish Klette. I'm only going to sell Klette if it comes below 17.8 million market cap. So essentially, let me chart it. If it breaks this previous resistance, I think if it breaks this, then yeah, I'll take the L. On to next, we have Popcat. I'm looking to enter with size some Popcat here between 26 million and 21 million. I think this is like the perfect entry. It already started bouncing from this line. If you look at the chart here, it was previous resistance in the 23rd March. We could say it also sort of acted as resistance on the 13th of April. And now I think it's going to turn into support. It's now bouncing a little bit here, but I think it will break the support line. It's not going to sustain it, and it's going to go just a little bit deeper. And this is the accumulation zone, accumulation range, bullish fair value gap for something like Popcat. And then your invalidation is below, I would say 21.9, which is this major support line here. And if you look, it was also resistance here on the 13th of March. It was also support here on the 1st and 2nd of February. So I think this is a good place to accumulate Popcat. Then on to the next, we have Troll. Troll is still at its bottom. I'm still holding some Troll on my wallet, and I have done nothing, and I think it can still bounce. I mean, there's really not much to add on Troll. I think these are the two most important lines. I'm just going to try and simplify everything. We have major support here on the 20th and on the 23rd of April and on the 26th of April, which were the bounces where we had all-time highs on Troll. Then we had a ton of support here throughout mid-March March, and now it turned into support again. So this line is very important, and we're essentially very close to it. This is the 10 million market cap zone. We are at 12.9 million market cap. So chart wise, this is where you should be accumulating your troll. And I think the next resistance is this bearish fair value gap here, this resistance of 24 million market cap. And I think you can essentially basically double your money from here to there. And it would be a good scalp. The thing is, as I'm saying, if things de-escalate, these charts will probably go much higher. Then we have Hoso. Hoso is still on that midline. I think this is an accumulation range on Hoso, is what I'm seeing happening. This, and then it breaks out and it goes higher and higher and higher. And so if you're looking for some bunk exposure, if you're looking for something that can do very similar to this chart, useless. Look at this beautiful chart. It looked like it was dying, and then bam, massive explosion to 100 million market cap. If you're looking for something that could pull something close to a useless, I honestly think Hoso could be that chart. It could just explode out of nowhere. It's literally like the same people behind useless. They're also accumulating and buying Hoso. If you look at some of these wallets, some of these whales, people like UniPCS. And so yeah, I think it's at a good accumulation range. And once we de-escalate in the Middle East, or if we de-escalate, then yeah, I think it will go straight to all-time highs and will be extremely explosive. Now, all these trades I'm talking about, you can trade them on Padre. There's a link down below of Padre. I think Padre is one of the best for charting. It's very good for trailing stops. It's very good for entries. You can get a ton of entries easily. You can also do this thing where you got exit strategy and you can just add take profit or stop loss immediately after you buy here. So take profit at whatever amount you want. Look, take profit. Let's say you want, I want a 340% pump amount. I want to sell 60% of my trade. Bam. You can do this exit strategy, or you can come on sell and click on take profit and do it manually here. But this is very useful. I love their options for stop losses on selling. They also have trailing stop losses, which is extremely helpful for a lot of traders. I usually just use the stop loss, a simple stop loss. I'll put like 2 maybe, but it's very complete trading platform, and it's up there with the best, but it just started. When it comes to rewards, it's also amazingly good. One thing that I like, it's everything is modular. Look, my watch list is here on this window. I just stick it here at the bottom. So I hope you guys join Padre on my links down below, also in the comments. Tomorrow, I think it's a very important day. I'm going to update you guys on everything that's happening. And if we have some sort of like war escalation, I'll make a different type of video explaining the possibilities, the 2 possibilities of what might happen. They're still in play because Bitcoin still hasn't gone to like 90Ks, etc. So the 2 possibilities videos I'm going to leave linked in the end here are still in play. You should take a look at that to understand the 2 possibilities of what can happen to this market. Anyways, we still haven't had the United States join the war, so I'm betting that we're going to bounce, and I'm still betting on buying these dips. People like me are going to collect sweet fruit if we're right. If we're wrong, then we have very tight stop losses, so we're not actually going to lose that much, and that's how I think you guys should be thinking as well. So thank you very much. I'm going to be seeing you guys tomorrow. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye bye.